Hello, my name is Livefjord and I work as a freelance 3D artist. And today I'm gonna do a quick review of one of my favorite add-ons called the Pie Menu Editor. So I'm quite sure that most of you already know what pie menus are, but just to be sure I'm gonna do a quick explanation and explain what they are and what they're good for. So the pie menus are Blender's custom version of some type of radial menu. In Maya they're called custom marking menus, and what you are seeing on the screen right now is a type of pop-up menu in Maya that pops up when you press spacebar. And what this menu allows you to do is to reach the entire program from this menu only. So you can see here you have a lot of regular menus, and then you have these buttons, and when you drag over these buttons they will pop up even more, so it becomes like a tree of different type of options. And basically the idea with this is almost the same as when you're playing a guitar. You don't really think about where you're pressing your fingers, you just do it automatically after a while, so it becomes like imprinted in like muscle memory. And it takes a while to get used to, but once you do it, you work so fast, you more or less never have to think about what you're doing. Everything just goes, pure automatically for you. So back in, I think it was in the 2.7.2 version, Blender implemented what they call pie menus. And in the beginning they were it was a welcome feature when it came, but it was quite simple, and to be honest, it felt a little bit stiff. You couldn't really do that much, and they didn't really feel that responsive either. And after a while, on the internet, some people started to remake these menus to fit their own needs, and they started to change the appearance of them, adding more icons and graphics, and this is a very good example of what some people managed to accomplish. Now, I like these menus and I use them, but the problem is, of course, that you want to make something to work exactly like you want. And since I'm an artist myself and not a Python programmer, it was really hard for me to, try to change this, because I don't know how to program. So when the Pie Menu Editor was released, you can probably guess why I was so happy. And this is a menu that I've been able to build in the Pie Menu Editor, and I can tell you straight away that from all the add-ons I've used to Blender, it is hands down the best add-on I've ever used. And this add-on allows artists like myself that has no programming skills whatsoever, just open up the add-on and then create your own, pie menus within. I think this menu took me around like 15 minutes to build the basics, and then I have to clean it up, and then took some more time, but it goes very quick. And as you can see, if you compare it to the Maya menus, in Blender you can actually, because of this add-on now, use more like graphical interface. So basically all the things that you see inside Blender you can use in your own pie menus, which is really fantastic. So if we go to Blender, I'm gonna show you how this looks when I actually work with it. So before I started to work with this add-on, this is basically how my viewport were looking. I had the side panels out all the time, and I basically had to dig through different type of tabs like this, and scroll up and down on the side panels, and just go with the regular menus like this and look for just a few buttons. And since I mainly do low poly modeling and hand painted textures, I don't really use that many functions in Blender, so it was this feeling of being frustrated all the time, where a lot of things in the UI were just in the way for me. I couldn't get only the things that I wanted. Even if I press some kind of shortcuts and open a menu, I had to dig through like 55 things that I didn't really need. It's just really time consuming. So I'm gonna show you the earlier menu that I showed before, which is my texture painting menu. And this by using this menu, I can just really simple have all the tools that I need available for me and nothing else, really simple. So I can just do exactly what I need to do to paint my objects and have nothing else on the screen. So I can't praise this add-on enough. It's a fantastic add-on, and it only costs $10, which is just insane. And if you go to blenderartist.org, you will find this thread. I will include that in the link. And people post suggestions all the time, and the guy who has made this add-on is really a great dude. He sort of like listen to what people really want, and every month he adds more stuff all the time to the add-on. So I don't really think there's that much left that you can do right now, but you know, you can add your own scripts and attach the buttons. You can have like several functions on one button. You can use like floating windows, you name it, like everything. So I hope this is enough to spark your interest to take a look. I highly recommend you to do it, and in the next video I'm gonna do a presentation and sort of like a tutorial how you can build your own menus, which is really simple, but still I'm gonna do something quite advanced to show you what you can do. So thank you for listening, and I hope you watched the other video as well. Thank you.